I'm Blex. I've come a long way in my Fortnite career thus far. Believe it or not, this clip here is me when I first started playing. I was a true novice and truly didn't know how to play shooters in the PC. I've learned a lot and I still have a long way to go, but I'm here to bring you a declassified guide on how to get better at Fortnite, and I know together we'll continue to progress and become better at Fortnite. So thank you guys for watching, and enjoy Blex's Declassified guide on becoming better at Fortnite. Okay, for today, let's talk about hardware, let's talk about software, and let's get you guys jump started into playing this game. So for me, I started off playing on this generic mouse. It's made from China, it's like $10 on Amazon. It's not a bad mouse, but it doesn't really give you the consistency and control that you really need to be successful at this game. You want to be able to tune your parameters, and you want to be able to know what settings you're playing on. When I first started playing, I had no idea what DPI meant. It stands for dots per inch, and what it does is it allows you to move your mouse more rapidly or slowly depending on how far you move it across your mouse pad. I went out and got a Logitech G502. I've been loving it ever since, and one of the best parts is the software customization it gives you. Another thing I did is I got a larger mouse pad. So as you can see, I have a medium-sized mouse pad here. It allows me to have more space to be able to move my mouse to more precisely aim while I'm in game. Here's the software that Logitech provides to you. It allows you to tune all the different buttons on the mouse. It allows you to adjust your DPI setting. And everyone's DPI setting is going to be a little bit different. You have to find what's comfortable for you. I'm still in the process of adjusting. I started out playing this game at a default DPI or default settings in-game, and also I think around a 3000 DPI. I've since moved down to about an 800 DPI, and we'll get into my in-game settings shortly. Now the reason why this matters, if you're wondering, is because it allows you to either more quickly or more precisely target your opponents while moving your mouse. So you're going to realize that if your mouse settings are too high, if you have too high of DPI and your sensitivity in-game is really high as well, you're going to be moving your mouse very little, and then in turn it's going to be moving your character very rapidly, which allows you to miss shots. So as you progress in the game, it's likely that you'll want to play on a lower DPI, which allows you to more precisely target and identify your opponents while playing. Next, let's talk about some basic mouse settings within Windows. So let's search for the mouse options within the Windows platform, and then from here we want to click additional mouse options. Now once this opens, we want to click on pointer options. So once we get into that pointer options window, in that motion tab, we want to unclick enhance pointer precision. So this is known as mouse acceleration, and it causes your mouse to perform in an unlinear manner. And while gaming, you want your mouse to be as reliable and consistent as possible so you can build up that muscle memory. Now let's talk keyboard and monitors. So I think keyboards matter less than your mice. Keyboards, you can get by with some shitty keyboards, and you can get by with mechanical or membrane, whatever you prefer. I have a mechanical keyboard. It's a G710 by Logitech. It's okay. I wouldn't highly recommend it. I've been able to break some keys without too much stress, so it's kind of unfortunate. As for a monitor, you want a 144 Hertz monitor. This allows your images to be smoother, and it allows you to be more precise and consistent while gaming. Now let's talk in-game settings. So for one, you don't want to play at full screen. I limit my frames to 144 because my monitor is capped at that refresh rate. As for your other settings, you want to make sure your view distance is maxed out. Other than that, a lot of pros play on pretty minimal settings. I choose to play with my settings a little bit higher, but that's your call based on your PC and based on your situation. Now let's go to your game settings, which is a little more important for this video. I presently play at a 6x and 6y mouse sensitivity with an 800 DPI. Now this is fluctuating and will continue to fluctuate as I play this game, as I look for different areas of DPI and mouse sensitivity settings that I feel more comfortable in. Now the default setting is somewhere around 25. I think that's really high, and the best way to reduce or get more comfortable is to slowly step your way down. So I moved from like 25, let's say, to 20, 15, 10, and now I'm at around 6, and there's been stops in between all those different markers as well. Now also you want to adjust your mouse aim down sight sensitivity and mouse scope sensitivity, as the default settings I think are 1, And if you're lowering your mouse sensitivity and DPI settings, the aim down sight sensitivity is going to feel really strange when you switch and swap into that. As for the other settings, if you're a streamer, of course turn on streamer mode, otherwise just run with it. And some of the other options I think that you could potentially turn on are the toggle sprint, which I don't particularly enjoy or prefer. There's also the turbo building, which is set by default to be on, and that's a huge win. Other than that, there's some pretty basic other settings like brightness and sound. I don't think we need to concern ourselves with that too much. Just make sure you have a pair of headphones, as directional sound is fairly important. I'll make a different video for keybinds alone, but for now, I think that covers the in-game settings. So that covers all the different topics I wanted to touch on for this hardware and software video. In the future, I'll be making more videos on keybinds as well as actual in-game play, so please stay tuned for more content. Let me know if you have any questions from this video or have any requests for different areas to cover in the next videos. Thank you guys for watching.